Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays XCOM 2. So in our last episode, we managed to complete the communication device and got in contact with them. Actually, have we got in contact with Eastern Asia? No, we haven't, because we're skint.
Proving grounds facility.
The proving grounds are ready, Commander. We can build the Skulljack whenever you give the word.
Proving grounds are done. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the facility.
Welcome to the proving grounds, Commander. It seemed like a good idea to isolate some of our more experimental concepts, especially when it comes to weapons development.
Yeah, always a good plan. Oh! So, interesting ones. Experimental ammo, experimental grenades. Okay. And the Skulljack, which we will need. However, we can't use at the moment. I was saying it. Actually, let's clear this debris out. That'll get us a bit of supply. I've actually forgotten what I was saying already. That's distracted me. Yeah, it's looking like that was it. We're unable to take the complete here. Okay, I'll comment on this in a second. We're unable to get the East Asia because we didn't have enough money. So this mission, the retaliation, was just unrelated, which I hadn't realised at the time. Okay, so rumours from the Resistance, burning convoy. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New India have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Okay, so we have a burning convoy to investigate, 6 days, and it will increase region income. Yes, we're going to go have a look.
Plotting new course.
We are going to go have a look. We need funds. Ah, there's one of these. Fantastic. Okay. Increased region income. In that case, let's go to the stadium.
New course.
Let's get some income from there, rather than increasing the regional one.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
Okay, let's see what they want.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
So do I, and we've got some new staff. Fantastic. And some more income.
Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, I get to choose one of these, the dark events. Next retaliation is going to be in 5 weeks. Okay, so we can either have a UFO is going to hunt the Avenger, or we can do the alien cipher. Okay.
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach.
Fantastic.
That
okay.
means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
There's a lot of stuff here. Excellent. Black site, we haven't got money yet. Okay, so I think I need to go speak to Tyre. I think.
Work is well underway, Commander.
Do I? No.
I've seen members of the crew quietly glancing at the scar on my neck. If I wasn't forced to remove the chip myself, the incisions might have been cleaner.
So that's what the scar's for. Interesting.
New orders, Commander?
Okay.
I probably could have saved a lot of time repairing the ship's systems if we had any idea how to translate their language. Unfortunately, we don't come across many linguists out here.
I wonder why. Okay, so we have these 2 operations that I don't know how to deal
Commander,
with
we've
them.
got local resistance forces waiting to make contact, but we'll have to make the first move.
Okay. First things first, let's get some supply.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Hey, let's have a look at the sectoid corpse.
Sectoid's rapid physical evolution over the past 20 years is a testament to both the aliens' mastery of genetic engineering and their pursuit of advancement, regardless of the risks.
Okay. So, preliminary autopsy exam conducted by Dr. Richard Tigan, acting science officer. Although my direct surgical experience is limited, the alien's genetic manipulation of the species previously catalogued as a sectoid provides a certain familiarity in relation to human anatomy. That's worrying. While the earliest documented accounts of sectoids on Earth indicate examples no larger than 1 meter in height, the specimens we encounter today are nearly twice that size. Knowing full well that the aliens continue their effort to integrate human and alien DNA, my findings here only reinforce the notion of a continuous development process. This larger sectoid variant has an even greater proportion of human genetic material selectively combined with the intention of improving the otherwise limited physical capabilities of the original. With enhanced psionic capabilities and greater overall strength, I'd say they'd succeeded. Oof. Oh! So, new item available from Shen. The Mind Shield is a powerful psionic artifact, rendering soldiers completely immune to any negative mental conditions, including panic, mind-controlled stun, and distortion. Very nice. Okay, so options. Psionics, we need delirium crystals. Datapad could be useful. Faceless. Okay, so that's going to take a long time. Resistance radio, hybrid materials. Nothing to really use there. Let's find out.
I'm at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in attempting to handle this creature, affectionately known as the Faceless, to our troops. The nebulous form of its physical structure, including a pliable, semi-solid outer layer, seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor that only seems to grow stronger as time passes.
Yeah, as I started saying before I pressed without thinking, sorry about that, was I think we'll do the Faceless so we know more about our enemy, and we don't have any funds to do anything else really. Okay, let's get back to the bridge and see how these Black Ops work, because I'm really rather confused on that. Okay. Preparing, so possibly I can't do anything about them yet? I'm a little confused on how this works. They've not done a great job, I will admit, of explaining the dark events. So there's none active and there's none pending. How do we counter them? I don't know if we can counter them. Okay, so let's finish the stadium for supplies. Excellent. We've got some supplies from the alien room.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Ooh, and the Faceless autopsy is completed.
I've often wondered how the aliens could conceive of such a being. Is there another world out there, filled with these shape-shifting creatures? Or are they merely another construct of alien genetic tampering?
I suspect the latter, sadly. Okay, so what does Tigan's report say? Early reports from the Resistance referencing an alien creature said to be capable of shape-shifting were initially dismissed by local cell leaders who attributed the sightings to combat stress and malnutrition. It wasn't until our own forces engaged with the creature that we successfully confirmed its existence. Surprisingly enough, the description of the creature from those early reports was quite accurate. That's rather disturbing, actually. With a varying height of up to 3 meters, the specimen currently referred to as the facelift has one of the most unusual internal structures I've ever encountered. Where one might expect to find a skeletal foundation, we instead see a series of malleable chitin-like structures providing various points for the expansion of several equally unusual fluid membranes. The membranes in question are responsible for the faceless' extraordinary ability to mirror the form of a human. In recirculating key cellular combinations via an elaborate internal structure, the faceless is capable of forming solid shapes while also mirroring colour and texture without physical sampling. As of yet, we've only seen evidence of the faceless attempting to imitate even, humans, not other species or inanimate objects. Whether or not this is a limitation of their genetic makeup or an intentional manipulation of their abilities by the aliens, we cannot say. And that's a worrying thought. What if they can do other species or inanimate objects? I hope they can't. Okay, so Shen, the mimic beacon generates a holographic decoy to draw enemy attacks for 1 turn. It is deployed like a grenade thrown to the site where the decoy will appear. Very nice. So we still don't have much money. So, options. We could start dealing with the hybrid material or the Advent Trooper. Let's do the autopsy.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent Trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet.
Yeah, I mean, that helmet does look... It really does hide everything. Okay, so 3 days left on that. 1 more day for that. We've got 37 income, which is nice. Actually, we seemed to get recruits, didn't we? No, I'm looking at hiring new recruits. Let's see our soldiers, see how many we've got. No, weren't any new ones. However, Random Gmail and Dark Marshal are back in the fray. That is fantastic. Okay, where do we stand up here? Finish the stadium.
Resource located.
The crumbling sports arena was abandoned after years spent serving as a makeshift field hospital. The overgrown stadium is littered with crates and decaying equipment buried under the brush. Dr. Tygan was able to identify several items which retain their scientific value despite the condition. 56 supply, fantastic. Let's not fly back to base. Ooh, Commander, we still have a supply drop from the Resistance awaiting pickup. We could use the additional supplies to purchase weapons and armors or upgrade the facilities. Very nice. Oh wow, that's a lot. Let's see, it's nearly the end of the month, so no, we'll make contact with East Asia first.
Setting course for East Asia.
Okay, debris cleared. Very good. Carry on.
Commander, we have a priority message coming through. It looks like an encoded signal from the Resistance. Patching it through to your quarters now.
Oh dear, okay. What have we got?
Hello, Commander. It would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention. Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe. The exact details of these operations are highly classified. However, they do have one thing in common. A single word that appears in all their files. Avatar. I believe the black site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable to determine. All attempts to uncover its identity have met with failure. It is time to take a more direct approach. Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I am certain it would mean the end for us all. I'm confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
Of course I will. Although, I do question how
We're
does he know
tracking the
this?
aliens' progress on this Avatar project here. If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
Okay, so we need to complete our primary objectives, and it sounds like this is on a timer. Okay, that's not good. Okay, how do I really don't know how to deal with those. But it worries me, the Avatar project. Okay, first things first, let's finish off making contact.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Or possibly go and see about the Advent Trooper autopsy.
Despite a thorough analysis, I have yet to discover what, if any, advantage the Advent hybrid soldiers' enormous eyes provide. Testing their visual acuity will no doubt prove difficult.
Yeah, especially when we bring back corpses. Okay, so how does the report read? The most public face of Advent security, the standard Advent Trooper serves in first response roles in areas of high public exposure. Although rumours as to their origins have persisted for years, it is only recently that we've confirmed that they are in fact the product of a human-alien hybrid development. My initial autopsy indicates that the troopers were at one time entirely human, implying some means of gradual genetic enhancement without the rejection concerns that would normally plague these experiments. That's twisted. These were humans. The body itself maintains the general outward appearance of a typical human, with the most crucial changes occurring in the cranial structure. It is my belief that the Advent Troopers receive their orders, that is to say are controlled, directly through a psionic link engineered as part of the genetic modification process. Which kind of makes them zombies in a way, I read that as. That's twisted. As we first discovered in the field, eyes are notably larger, perhaps as an unintentional side effect, as they seem to provide only limited improvement to the troopers' visual acuity. The aliens have managed to disguise these glaring physical traits from the general public through their use of cleverly designed armor. We can now start getting new items of a battle scanner. Speaking of battle scanner, thank you, Dr. Shen. The battle scanner provides excellent vision on the battlefield. Soldiers just deploy it like a grenade, throwing it to a hidden area of the map that they want to reveal. Any hidden or disguised enemies will be revealed as well. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so we can get some extra intel from the Advent datapad, start getting better armor. You know what? Yes, some armor would be good right now.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
You do that, Tygan. I would definitely like some armor for my troops.
Advent has made steady progress in convincing the remaining civilian populace to migrate to their city centers, with the propaganda campaign providing a constant stream of reminders as to the benefits of migration. They have maintained a steady influx of new converts. Unfortunately, most of these unwitting refugees have little idea what they are truly signing up for.
They don't, do they? Okay, let's start the proving ground with Mihai Young. And that's going to increase project speed. Let's see. 50 supply. I should have enough spare after that for the Skulljack.
I'll have the team get started immediately, Commander. I'll let you know as soon as we've made progress.
I actually like that we know who's staffing this. That is pretty cool. Is there anything else I can build at the moment? Workshop power relay, advanced warfare. Okay, so laboratory. So we can increase speed, workshop, increase engineering, and create unique gremlin drones. Power relay, advanced warfare, which will soldiers may gain bonus abilities outside of their common class whenever they are promoted. Ooh, advanced warfare, that could be useful. Guerrilla tactics. The Guerrilla Tactics School will unlock additional skills and benefits for our soldiers, including an increase in the number of soldiers we can take on a single mission. That's useful. Both these are really out of our price range though. In fact, all of them are. We'll need some power relay. We'll increase our total power because we almost used it up. And yeah, we are going to need some resistance comms. But that's got some really nice things there. Okay. Well, as we have a spare engineer, let's go to the alien machinery. Okay. Maybe not. That needs a couple of engineers to do this properly. Let's get you down here. Let's just keep excavating. I can't see any harm in doing this. It gets us supply early on, which is useful. And gives us space to work with. Okay. So, finish making contact in East Asia. Oh, now guerrilla op. Okay. We've acquired a new target for our guerrilla operations against Advent. Fantastic. Now, I presume there's going to be a fight, and looking at the time, I think it's going to have to wait for the next episode. So I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. It has been a very base-heavy episode with, lots of research done, and bits of story elements coming out, which I'm finding fascinating, sort of finding about the background of what's going on. So in our next episode, we're going to take on the Guerrilla Ops. Find out what that is. I assume is a combat mission. And if so, get Sergeant Random Gmail out into the field. Swamp Thing. I'd love to know how they choose these nicknames. However, that is for the next episode. So, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, if you can leave a like, that would really help me and help out the channel. But more importantly, it tells me that XCOM 2 is a series you're enjoying watching. As I've said in others, if you would like to have a squad member named after you, please let me know in the comments, and I will put you on the master list. What I tend to do is once you have your first promotion, I do tend to name you. Now, as it happens, I've forgotten to name the last promotion. I will have to go back and do that after this fight. And this because of how far ahead I'm recording, possibly not too far actually, because I've had this game 2 days now. This is episode 7. It may be a bit of a delay between when when you ask to have the name put on and when I actually get to see it compared to my recording. So, as I've said, I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I do hope you will join me tomorrow, at the next episode, which will probably be up in an hour or two, probably, the way I've been doing this so far, to see what the Guerrilla Ops is. However, until then, farewell.